I'll be getting started shortly. Welcome to Metaphysical Monday with Sister Nu Soljet. I thank everybody that's been supporting, everybody that's been watching, everybody that's been tapped in. Make sure if you're enjoying the content and enjoying the information, you give me a like. You can also share to show support. That's much appreciated. I give thanks. To hit like is only a small thing to do for the time and energy that I give. And to the people that always tapped in, welcome. Nu Soljet Community. Thank you for building with us, for enriching in the spirit of the community. And, you know, people will come and go, but I give thanks for right now in the present energies that are here. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started right now. Well, actually, let me... I want to start with a little bit about what I'm going to be speaking on today, and we'll go ahead into, I'm shaking the table, my bad, into the singing bowl and into our bill. Okay, so, as a matter of fact, let me see. This may stop the music, though, I don't know, but never mind. I'll do it in a minute. But we're going to start with our intention. I'm gonna pull a few intentions because everything may not apply to everybody. And remember, when we're doing the affirmations, it's affirming what you'd like to see change. It's affirming the way you'd like your mindset to be. You know, our thoughts shift our reality. So if you really wanted to work on shifting the reality, we must put these things into practice. And this is why every time we do a build, I keep on bringing up the affirmation while we're doing this mindfulness series. And I did say that this is the last month in May for the mindfulness series, and I decided to close on what I'm gonna be talking about, which is no more rain in this cloud. I'm speaking to mindsets that hinder us from moving forward as a collective, as individuals, and just here on the planet. Okay? This message isn't for everybody, though it should be, but it's not. But those that with ears will hear, those that this message resonate to can feel. But it's like some people, they scared to deal with the real. They want to stay in what's comfortable. But I'm here representing the North Node. So everybody been comfortable in the South Node. So if I have to do the work and move from the South Node, and remember, just a reminder, in astrology, the South Node is the position that we are comfortable in. It's the node that we are comfortable in, or the what's familiar to us, right? That's the South Node. And then as we move into the North Node, we're moving into what's unfamiliar. So a lot of people may want to cling on to that South Node energy, and I've already done videos on that. So if you want me to pin it, you can go through my videos, or you can even look on YouTube at other people talking about it, or just whatever. I guess this is a message that we need. Okay, so anyway, we're moving into a new energy now, and a new frequency, and that's what I'm representing. So tonight, some of the things that I may present, hopefully, like I said, those who the message is for can receive it, because there's going to be others who take issue with what I'm saying. So I'm going to try my best. I don't even like the word try, but in my best attempt to watch my tone and be mindful of what I say and how I say it, but it needs to be said. And I'm really speaking for myself as that representative, and like I said to anybody else that it fits, because I am the conscious outcast. And I know many of you are also conscious outcasts, and that's the movement. The conscious outcast to the world, but really we Soljetting up So those that resonate with that energy, feel me, okay? So one of the things that I'm going to go ahead and get into the affirmation, and that's our devotion, okay? So I want to give thanks. And just to let y'all know, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, 3 a.m. I got up very early, and I did a serious build. And I also worked in my spiritual space and did spiritual work, and I did work with the ancestors, and which that's not uncommon, but today I really got it lit. I did work for people that's been grieving. You know, I had several clients today. So in all of that, the energy and the spirit is very high right now. Very high right now. And like I said, I hope this live find the people that it should find. Because I've noticed that, you know, some things that I post may be too much, even though you guys still, you know, support. Some of you. Others will look at my stuff and they be like, you know, but it's all good. Because we're moving into a new world. Okay? So, the first affirmation that we're pulling today, because I want you guys to let the affirmation resonate as I hit the bowl. So it says, today I am learning. Today I am learning. I'm learning. We're all learning, right? Today I will focus on learning to grow into being a better person. Today I will focus on learning to grow to being a better person. And that's interesting because this is the card that actually fell out. Just so you know, it's not nothing I'm making up. And yes, I don't know if I'm doing Tarot Talk Thursday this week because, as you see, I need to get my nails done. I need to take care of myself. And it's been really busy. And I have things that I have to do and events to attend and just stuff that I need to do in the community. So, yeah, I'm going to take care of myself. But I want that to resonate. I mean, that's powerful. Today I am learning. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit so we can go ahead and focus. And like I said, I can't really see anybody at this time, but anybody that's here, even if I'm just talking to the camera, I want to welcome everyone in. And the affirmation that we're starting with today, and it's very fitting for what we're, you know, we're in the age of information. And it says, today I am learning. Today I will focus on learning to grow into a better person. And that's what this whole, you know, what consciousness is. This is what spirituality is about. This is what religion's supposed to be about. If people would follow, you know, and do what, you know, do what's best for them, you know. And the next affirmation is, today I feel healthy. Today my mind is clear. My body is healthy and my soul is at peace. Okay, so as we ring the chime, these are the, you know, whatever affirmation you resonate with, you know, go with that. The third affirmation is, today I feel worthy. Today I will accept all the wonderful things in life. Okay, and that's in this life, in this life. And this is, again, what I want to speak to. No more rain in this cloud. Because you only have this, you know, you have this time right now to do the things that you're called to do in your purpose. You have this time right now to decide how you want to play out the rest of your life, despite of what age you are. Whether you're young, middle age, middle age, or an elder, you have the choice to choose how you want to live out your life. And what I hope to do is to activate the keys in the minds of those who are really wanting to elevate, those who are really wanting to have a better quality of life, that have been bound by the monolithic thinking, by the crabs in the barrel, you know, and all of these other things that we have to deal with in our community. And in our world. So I'm gonna go ahead, everybody, take a deep breath. So I'm gonna do the first chime as always. The first chime is for just to center the room, okay? Take a deep breath. So breathe in your nose and then let it out through the mouth. We're going to do that 3 times. and then we'll begin. Hold it, and when I hit the chime, release. Let me do that again because I stopped it with my hand, okay? So when I first take a deep breath through your nose, hold it, and when I hit the chime, release, okay? So take a deep breath. Hold it. And release. And put your shoulders down if you can. I can't really do mine exactly down the way I want to because I have my hand resting on the table, and I need to do that to prop up the singing bowl, okay? So go ahead and take another deep breath through your nose. I want you guys to think about all of the stress, all of the pain, challenges, obstacles, just a fast-paced life. And we're going to inhale all of that in, and then we're going to breathe it out, okay? So go ahead and inhale. Hold it. And just think about all that you want to release. You can even close your eyes, and as I hit the chime, slowly release your breath. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit the chime one last time. So again, clear your mind, focus on mindfulness. Today I am learning. Today I will focus on learning to grow into a better person. For those that are really striving to be better and work on their character, work on their spirit. I know that's where I am, always and constant, right? Today I feel healthy. Even if you don't, speak it into existence. For those that are dealing with health related things or depression, today my mind is clear, my body is healthy, and my soul is at peace. And then the third card is, today I feel worthy. For those who may be dealing with insecurity, self-worth issues, people putting you down, undermining you, knowing you know your worth. Okay, and even if you don't, say it anyway. Today I feel worthy. Today I will accept all the wonderful things in this life. Even if life haven't been totally wonderful, find things to give thanks for, and more will come to you. So as we do this last inhale, just think about your affirmations and go ahead and breathe in and hold it. And exhale. Okay. So we're about to hit a year in me doing Metaphysical Monday. And on June 19th, I was going to bring, I was going to have I don't know if it's going to be exactly on June 19th because I think that Monday falls on the 17th. So whatever the case, I'm going to be bringing some people on that was currently on the show, which I need to reach out to those people because it's coming up. And it's coming up soon. So I need to see who, and if anybody's down that has been a guest on the show and would like to sit on the panel I wanted to do it on StreamYard because I'm going to start moving it there. I'm not really sure exactly where I'm going with this because it depends on how the energy is here. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into what I wanted to speak on. Some of the topics that we'll be going into tonight is how negative mindsets and crab mentalities hold you down. Now, these are all my notes, things that I wrote right before the live, which is why I was a little late also, because Spirit led me to go into what I'm going into. And it's kind of like I'm tired of people, tired of certain individuals and certain groups that undermine me and undermine other people that are on this path of spirituality, that's on this path of evolution and growth. Just because we don't do it the way you do it. My spirituality may not look like yours. My conscious movement or my even my community service or the way I choose to work with my people, what I choose to bring to the community and contribute to the community. It may not be how you do it or why you do it or the way you want me to do it, but it's the way it is. Okay, this is what I'm bringing. So other people too, to understand you have the freedom of choice. Nobody can really dictate. Let me just go into this. How negative mindsets and crab mentalities hold us down. The fact that we are not a monolith, right? You hear that a lot. Black people are not a monolith, right? And it's really interesting because I want to also go into some other things that includes racism. Because one of the things is it's this belief, like somebody in white America, I don't know who said it, but I heard it, that they said how many people were on the planet are in this country, and no one white person speak for or represents the entire group, every mindset that the group have. But for some reason, it tends to be something that happens in the black community. And this was really born during the time of our struggle, you know, from the plantation all the way to where we are and we have gotten now, right? Because for us to stay locked in a certain mindset, and I'm going to say this again during the live, but there's people that profit, white people profited from us staying within these certain limited mindsets. Okay, so I'm going to go on into, we are not a monolith. So what is a monolith? And I just kind of put it in my own words. It's a rigid set of beliefs held or thrust into a group, normally a large or powerful group of, and I just put word associations, indivisible and uniform, no deviations, group thinks, etc. This falls into categories of religious, political, social, and educational facets of our life. Like, for instance, most black people are Democrats and Christians, right? So anything that deviates from that is considered a negative, you know, or a betrayal. Or you consider radical, right? If you, and you know, so there's like, they give us very small options of like what we could be and how we need to think and how we need to move, right? And one of the things that really just angered me and just moved me to the level of evolution that I'm in now is during 2020. And I do talk about that a lot. I used to, because that's when I changed. There was a big change in my personality. There was a big change in a lot of things for me in 2020. And it was just the behavior of the people. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the conscious side of things. And I couldn't believe the Christians. I couldn't believe the way people act just over the Biden and Trump case. Election. I mean, it's not so much for whatever reason it was or how you feel about Trump or how you feel about Biden, but the behavior of the people. Just the whole concept of what we had become in that space. It was really just disgusting to me. And I wasn't involved in that, but I had people telling me really nasty things because I chose to not vote, right? Which I ended up voting because I had no choice. But the choice was not to vote. My mama was damn near bubbling it in for me, like, yeah, you know. So whatever. But I want to speak on stuff like that. You know, there's this a big issue in our community that deals with, you know, with these limited mindsets, like things that's been going on, like plantation versus field. Like, they give us options, but it's very limited. It's always normally one or two, right? Blood or Crip, Christian or Muslim, you know, like whatever that majority of the mindset is, Malcolm versus Martin, these different mindsets that they feel we should hold. But there's always been a subculture. There's always been those who don't fit into one or either of these categories. And it's important for me to touch on that because we're going into a new age now. We're going into a new world now. And I'm seeing that there's these same mindsets that are destroying, you know, our progress. It's an enemy to our progress. And I'm speaking tonight, even though it's outside of the conscious community or the so-called conscious community and people that's supposed to be on an elevated path and whatnot, it bleeds into other parts of our community. And if we're community, right? So I'm going to go into the monolith mindset and just a little bit of how this destroys our move, you know, our progress. So this says here, like, how the monolith has kept to hold us back. One of the things is it stops our progress in the race of life with the other races. Because it's really a lot of these attitudes, a lot of these mindsets, a lot of these point of views that we have that are rigid and fixed actually come from white people. Because a lot of these viewpoints were born in slavery. So when you're talking about stuff like us being Democrats versus Republican, a lot of these different things, the way we view ourselves, the way we view religion, the way we hold each other, like I don't know, it's like a form of almost like bullyism or something, trying to force people, you know, if you choose to do something different, listen to a different type of music, you know. Like when I tell people, for instance, I like soul music. And I listen to old school R&B, but I don't like R&B. And I probably haven't liked R&B in a very long time. And it's like you know, they start clutching their pearls, like, you know. And even country music, which is making a comeback. I was never really a country fan. They got a few country songs that I think is cool or whatever, but even that, and if you do the math on that and do the research on that, country music is born in the black community. That was our struggle. That was, you know, other people got on and did what they did with it. But even when people like blacks that like country music, they was looked at sideways and just different things like that. I'm saying all of this for a reason, because I want to just be real about it because of the way I'm moving. So I'm starting with this in a gentle way, you know. So like I said, white people help keep us in these monolithic mindsets because they profit from us thinking in the box and fighting in the box and marching in the box and fighting each other over points of views and belief systems that have nothing really to do with us. It's like belief systems that was thrust onto us that keep us incompetent, inadequate, and uninformed. So that's really, you know, kind of where I'm going with it. We fight over the smallest and pettiest shit that doesn't even support our growth, our healing, our evolution as a people. You know, we sit here fighting over things that have nothing to do with our community, nothing to do with nothing, right? The whole thing is we moving from these rigid religions and belief systems, and we still fighting over, you know, anyway, you guys get it. People get offended when you bring in new progressive ideas to a group. They get downright evil when we leave a group or focus on our own thing. And see, I'm moving from these certain groups that keep us bound and keep us limited. That's why I do my own thing. You know, I've been initiated into different orders and stuff like that. I don't even go into all of that because I've moved, because there's so many things that need to be revolutionized. But people like to stay stuck in these certain patterns and traditions that need to be examined because it may have worked for that time, but it may not work for this time as we're moving forward. But people, that's how you know that we're really not doing the work. Because if you were doing the work and adding that spiritual component to it and that evolutionary component to it, then you would see what's working and what's not working. See, we're moving into the age of Aquarius now. So some people aren't going to like the way things are rolling, but it's not meant for us to be all in this one group. People are moving into groups that they evolve with, that they can evolve with. People that have similar mindsets, similar ideologies. You know what I'm saying? And even if you are listening or learning from other people, it's like, is this something that I resonate with versus something that is thrust on me and people make me feel guilty, like I have to go that way or think this way. So it's a lot coming in. And it's like it's like no solution. So what is the solution? So if somebody is coming through with a different way of looking at some things, maybe it's time for us to examine those things instead of staying stuck in mindsets that no longer serve us. So again, I want to repeat what I said. White people has helped black people especially, but not just blacks, everybody. White people has helped keep us in a monolithic mindsets and slavery because they profit from us thinking in the box, fighting in the box, marching in the box, and fighting each other over points of views and belief systems that was thrust into us, keeping us incompetent, inadequate, and uninformed. And again, we fight over the smallest, pettiest things that does not support our growth, our healing, or evolution as a people. And I really, that needs to be driven home. They profit off of us choosing Democrat and Republican and fighting over Trump and all of that crazy shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? Over, oh, she listens to rock music, or, you know, all of this stuff that really don't matter. But we are all unique expressions of the spirit. We are all unique expressions of our ancestors, of our parents, of whom brought us through the world. We are still individuals. And in that, we all got gifts. So if there's somebody constantly shutting you down and trying to tell you how to think, and there's only one way to think, move, and be, then we'll never get it because we're stuck in the group think. Now here on this platform, I'm not doing that. We're not moving like that. And those that can't move with that, that's cool. That's real cool. Because I'm all about frequency and vibration. And my frequency is what's going to bring in those that need to be in the space or in my energy, period. You know what I'm saying? So, peace, brother Tashaka, was good. It was good, sister Andrea, and anybody else that's out there. So, we're in a space now. And I know everybody is doing what they can. You know, the ones that are really doing the work, we do only what we can and what we know. But it's really time for us to work on character, to work on that iwapwele, to really look at what's working and what's not working, to examine and be accountable for our own energy that we're bringing into these collective spaces. Because they got people that got other issues. you know, most people, but they bring it into this collective and feed off each other's anger, feed off of each other's incompetence, feed off of each other. You know, just keep us in this space. They keep us in this space. And I don't care if it's religion or even in our conscious spaces, because church and religion and conscious community is becoming one thing, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not evolving, it's not growing. So now this new conscious community, meaning the people that are still here and still rising, all of these different things, the work that everybody's doing out there. And shout out to Brother Tashaka, shout out to Knowledge Born Allah, shout out to Brother Kefra, to Brother Kenwardo, and everybody out there, like I said, that's really doing this work. Sister Elaine, Mama Earth, you know, and many others. And we all do our things the way we do it. Everybody is not the same or meant to be the same. And so anyway, I wanted to talk about the two dominant mindsets that are very disturbing to me and is very unprogressive and is preventing us from moving forward. And one of the things is religion and Christianity. It really is. It is not so much, it's just the whole culture of it, not so much the religion itself. You know, I'm not going to diss anybody's religion, but it's the culture and the mindsets that surrounds these things. And the other thing is we give too much credence to the white man. The white man preventing us from doing this and the white man preventing us from doing that. With a real work, it needs to be within our communities. At this point, we have to look at what the biggest issues are. And from what I've seen in my examination, it's our mindsets. It's the mindset. It's the way we think. It's certain anger that we have. Let me see. Let me go over. And if we're going to try to come together as a collective, we have to work on our own selves as individuals before bringing these certain energies into a collective. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, we all have different facets and work that we do. Everybody's not meant to do the same work. We weren't created here to do the same work, but we all still fighting in the same war. But there's different facets, okay? There's facets for spaces where people are into spirituality. You know what I mean? There's facets of revolution. There's facets of education and different ways that we get our community work out and community outreach. It won't all be the same way. But we do have to keep in mind is that all of those facets work together for the greater good. It's not one over the other. It's trying to understand that spirituality is revolutionary. To try to understand that revolution is necessary. As a matter of fact, the biggest revolution that we need right now is the way we think. It's time to just shake all of that crap out of our heads and really re-examine our thoughts. Re-examine where you know, when we feeling like we're giving too much credence to the powers that were. Like that's all we got in the white man and the white man's world. This ain't their world. This is all our world. You get what I'm saying? And we're the original people on this planet that's been here the longest. So it's time to reawaken those keys within ourselves. Don't you know, in our communities, whether Native American or African or whatever, these people never went to war without consulting oracle and ancestor, period. They never did. So all of these things need to come together, and we need to make sure wherever we put in the energy at, if we're gonna go to war, make sure it's productive and progressive. Make sure you know what you're fighting for. Because what I learned in this conscious community, everybody wasn't fighting for the same thing. See, I came in this community thinking I was gonna find my husband in the black conscious community. That never happened. I thought I was gonna have little black conscious children and all kind of. Well, my son is conscious, but it didn't happen on that family level. I thought I would be protected, but I realized in this community they had brothers that didn't even like black women. They here because they mad at the white man. So if you're not here to elevate and raise up family and your whole reason for being conscious is because of white people, then you already got the shit all wrong. Because we focus too much on giving people our energy when you don't understand that as within, so without. I promise you, because I changed my life. Y'all don't know me. Y'all see the glory, but you don't know my story. And I know the places and the dark places that I've been, even though I was born royal. I was born royal. You understand what I'm saying? The things that God gave me was for this time. Because when I first came with it, the world wasn't ready for it. So it's the new world now. So the whole thing is, if we focus more on our mental elevation, and we focus more on our own shit that we bring, we would already be better people. And like I said, it's that division that's going to eventually divide us into the groups we're supposed to be in. Because everybody not moving in the same way. There's so many things that We got to leave that cotton mindset behind. And they got a cotton mindset in all of the facets of what we believe. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that takes away from the struggle that we're in, but we're talking about unity and unifying. So how the hell you going to be unified and we can't even get along with each other? How we going to talk about fighting a battle and fighting other people and we ain't even got it together within ourselves? And like Brother Tashaka has touched on, that we have to be able to call out, and not just Brother Tashaka, but General Tashaka in general. He speaks to this a lot about clearing out the people that's a poison and a cancer to our community. And this is what we have to continue to ride on, because that's where it starts at. And right now as soldiers and warriors, we need to be re-strategizing. We need to be re-strategizing. It's time to huddle. When there's no war, what do soldiers do? They prepare for war. And I'm not saying that there isn't a war, but the biggest war is in our mind. So as we are re-strategizing and reorganizing, it starts with self. We got to start with the men in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, with our own communities. And before we even go to the community, with your own household. They got people whose house is falling down, but they out there talking about some damn revolution, and you ain't even taking care of your kids in the house. Ashe. I know so many fallen kids during that period of the 70s and all of this stuff, 60s, that I hear them tell these stories. You get what I'm saying? We lost the fiber of why we fighting to begin with. But the fight is really on ourselves. We need to be fighting. Lord. Ashe, I need to hit the bell. Give thanks. Menticide. You know, so the whole thing is, it's not that we can't evolve and do all of this. We can do all of these things, but we're all learning. This is like a school. You know, I teach a subject. This Brother Tashaka got a subject. Everybody got the subject that they bring in the energy, and it may be several teachers of the same subject. But the point is, we need all of that, and we have to come together and not let ego and division divide us before we even get to fighting the war. You know, it's like we don't. You guys. So again, we all have different factions and realms of liberation we are working towards in the same war. Now, I will tell you now, whether we like it or not, our biggest issue is not, like I said, it's not just other people that's threatening us. That is an issue. That's a big issue. But the biggest issue is not the devil versus Jesus. None of that. It's the war we have with ourselves. It's the duality within ourselves. It's the need to collect. We got to collect ourselves. Remember what I said about 4 lives ago? You got to collect yourself before you even get with the collective. And there's so much anger, rage. We have to do that inner work. That's the only way we're going to be progressive. And that's not to say we can't do all of the other things, because all of the things that we've been doing, feeding the community, all of those things are great. But we also want to teach a man to fish. We can't just give a man a fish. We got to teach a man to fish. And we got to do that because they got our people right now that's in pain mentally. They got people in our communities that's really thinking they're crazy, thinking that they're mentally thrown off and that they just, you know, throw it away. They don't even know that there's keys, and there's people around them that's keeping them sick. There's people around them that's making them feel a type of way, and that's why they can't move forward. As soon as we want to do something progressive, it's like they got people that can share ideas. They got successful people, black excellence, but they can't even share what they have because the crabs want to come and pull them down. The crabs want to come and talk about they sellouts and all kind of other stuff when really they part of the liberation. They got black people right now. I always tell y'all that we don't need to go to the white man for money. That's fine. But they got black philanthropists, black millionaires that's looking for causes, thousandaires, looking for causes to give money to and to put energy towards and stuff. But we so closed-minded because they not the right shade of black. You don't like the way he talk. You don't like the way he look. He ain't dark enough. He ain't light enough. He you know, whatever it is. And we have to get out of that. That's an evil that's dividing us. This is the same energy that divided us in the continent of Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's the same energy because of so much tribalism. So much, everybody got this ego shit. And until we can really get on top of that, we ain't gonna never get nowhere. So I'm not wasting, I done told y'all this a million times, I'm not wasting my time on what's not progressing, right? So as far as people trying to figure me out and wonder what I'm about, I already told you guys. My main thing on my platform is spiritual liberation and mental liberation and spiritual soundness. We have to find practical ways. That may be why it don't make sense to some people, because you haven't did the science yet. You haven't did the work yet. So it may not make sense, because people want these microwave solutions. Everybody want everything right now. And there's not always a microwave solution. You get what I'm saying? Because all of these things that we do spiritually and this mental work we doing, even in our religions, that stuff comes over time. Mindfulness is a practice. So I'm not saying that we can't be productive right now, but we do have to keep in mind, it's the mindset that keeps us locked in. You know, when we begin to think more positive, you're going to have positive results. How do I know? Don't y'all know I was one of the most angriest, negativest persons on this planet? I'm still fighting the negativity. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, my life has totally changed, and it don't take long. It really, really don't. So when you're talking about people in poverty and stuff like that, we got $1 million mindsets. If we really do, $1 million ideas locked up inside of us. People killing people's dreams, like Brother Knowledge Born talked about on an interview he was in with, I think it's Concrete Rose platform. He spoke to children having all of these gifts at an early age. Children trying to develop themselves. So whoever on the live that have seen that can relate to this. And they'll have parents, family members in your community that kill your potential before you could ever realize it. They kill your potential because it's weird to them. They kill your potential because they can't do it. They kill your potential because they didn't know it. So once again, we got kids and people walking around the hood thinking they crazy. Because just because you born in the ghetto don't mean you got a ghetto mindset. You may have a mindset of brilliance and excellence like the few that has made it out. So why should we shut them down instead of empowering them? You get what I'm saying? And calling them downtrodden, you know, or telling them that the white man got all of this power. Ain't nobody got no power over us. You get what I'm saying? Only power people got over us is the power you give them. You get what I'm saying? We got to play the game for the game to win. And it's for the, you know what I'm saying? For them to win the game, we got to play the game. And it's a lot of people that choose to play the game, and that's their business. You get what I'm saying? But there's other ways, and I'm gonna bring those other ways along with other healers and other spiritualists, not just healers and spiritualists. We're thinking people. We have minds and mindsets, and it's time to bring that free thinking energy forward. This is the age of Aquarius. So like I said, people are going to be elevating into the groups they belong in. We may not all be together, but there still should be a level of respect for what we're trying to build as a collective. Welcome in, Brother Ishmael. Welcome in. And let me see what else I wanted to look at. But that's really what I want to speak to. It's like, and I've spoke to different people in the community when they say, well, what's the solution? Well, the first solution is making sure we're healed. Because there's people in real pain. Don't y'all know a lot of this anger and destruction? Well, most of us know. But it comes from other things. It comes from other things. It's not just, you know, we got to look at even the parents. Some of the things that the parents don't have and they're not giving to the kids. Because they don't have the ability. The one thing that we didn't learn, let me drink a sip of water because I want to say something here. One of the things that we need to look at and remember is that when we came out of this diaspora, when we came out of slavery, when we came off the plantations and off the reservations and wherever else we migrated from, a lot of people came and we came with pain. We came with pain bodies. We came with mental issues. We have mental issues and trauma that's never been resolved. And the one thing that was not given to us with this so-called freedom, nobody gave us compassion. Nobody said black people need to take some time to heal their minds. Black people need some time to themselves to understand emotional intelligence, which is something we lack. Because most of us are in prison, the ones that are, for emotional unintelligence. You get what I'm saying? Crimes of passion and stuff like that. We get angry so fast. You know, always looking for the fight, always looking for the war. And that's something that's going on inside of us. That's some internal shit. And that's something that we really, really got to work through or it's going to take us out. And it's not just black communities. You know what I'm saying? All of the communities where gangs and stuff are prominent and just other things, other angers, things wanting to be destructive. But in our community, that's the biggest thing. Nobody gave us that compassion, really. They had people that tried to put these things in place. But I was speaking up in 2019, me and one of my clients, we were trying to, bring healing houses into certain neighborhoods. Because it's not just in the poor communities. They got black people that's hurting in corporate America. They got Spanish people. I have Latina women that come into my office in Walnut Creek. And they don't even want to say the word that's bothering them. They scared to say white people. They scared to say corporate America. It's like everybody's just in this rigid energy, and we can't heal, breathe, and grow because of these certain mindsets. Like I said, it's two different mindsets with black folks. We got the ones that are working towards black culture and then in liberation, and then we have the ones that are trying to assimilate into the system, and they beating us on that side. But what I'm saying is that there's a new subculture that's been here, that's getting stronger and stronger, that don't hold either one of those mindsets completely. I think anything that's too extreme is not for me, and it's not for a lot of the younger people that's coming up. We have to be able to make these tools, whether it's religion, whether it's black consciousness and pride, and what we're trying to instate. We have to make it practical for this day and time. You get what I'm saying? And I love the work that we need protection. Brother Tashaka's talked about that. Ishmael Bey has talked about that, where women and children, where it was that we were failed in the lack of protection within the communities. And this is why, in order for us to learn, grow, and heal, we got to deal with our own community first without thinking about all these other things. Because the problem is, our babies can't even go outside and play. You get what I'm saying? Our children can't even heal and grow because there's a beast in our own communities that we have to deal with before we deal with the beast. And we got to deal with them simultaneously also. But that same level of revolution that we have for this other shit, we got to have that same level of revolution for our own people. Meaning that they're going to have to get up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. They're going to have to get with it or get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been too kind. We've been too permissive. We've been too witty and allowing these predators and all of this deviancy and all of this bullcrap in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's scared. But if you were more community activated, how could you be scared of kids that you've seen grow up from babies? Where was you at before they got into this space of this negative shit? You know what I'm saying? I seen kids that I tried to help. Kids that might have moved away. And it's just a sad thing when you feel defeated that you could be more to them. We can't save them all. But then I've seen others that have grown to be beautiful trees. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, what are we doing right now? That's the question that I want to pose. You know, I know that we got all of these different groups and different groups and different groups and different groups. But what are we doing right now that's going to be the most progressive thing, the most productive thing, the most productive place to put our anger in, to put our emotion in, to put our spiritual energy into? And like I said, if we don't have mental soundness, how can we do anything else and be productive? You know what I'm saying? If we don't have balance, how can we move forward as a community and as a people? If we don't deal with the self-hatred, if we don't deal with the hatred that we have for each other, for humanity, period. You get what I'm saying? But we got to start there first when we talking about unity. When we talking about black power, don't you know getting your mind right is black power? Because knowledge is power. So we can't inform our people and give them those keys that they need in order to move forward, then we've already failed. You know, and I think it's more work that we definitely need to do. And I think we got to respect everybody for where they are and how they're doing the work. We're not going to all come to the same thing. And some of the things that I do, it may be different than what you used to. I don't have a label for it. I'm Soljetting. My school of thought is called Soljetism. And even though I'm an initiated priestess, and not in one tradition, but in several traditions. Even when I was told I didn't have to be initiated because I was born a priestess. You don't hear me talking about all of that. I was born a priest, but I was through bloodline. You get what I'm saying? But even with that, it's still things that have to be revolutionized because politics took hold of the knowledge. See, we got knowledge, but then we got the people who make their own rules, who do things that are unethical in all of these groups that we're in. And when I looked at things that needed to be revolutionized, I took the best parts of what I learned from all these different schools of thought and what comes to me innately and in an evolutionary manner, and I created my own thing. I created my own motion. I'm working on my book right now, and that's what it is. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. This is something that it could be used with religion or with other schools of thought. This is just the way I think, the Soljet way. And I give thanks for all of the support that I've gotten on the scene and behind the scenes, because there's a lot of quiet supporters There's people that's giving energy to what I'm doing, and I give thanks, because in that space, when I started this, I was totally, look, lost in the sauce. It's our time now. People that's thinking in an evolutionary way, this is the time to bring those ideas forth. This is the time when the world needs something new. This is the time, and when I say new, it just means to revolutionize some of these blueprints that we've already been following. I'm not saying throw out the baby with the bathwater, but what I am saying is that sometimes we gotta communicate it in a different way. But don't just automatically shun something because you feel threatened by it. You shouldn't feel threatened by it, because if you're really about this work and evolving, don't feel threatened. Like Dr. John Henry Clark said, don't get mad, get smart. You get what I'm saying? And no, I don't know everything. I'm always open and willing and ready to learn more. But I know that God is using me as a vessel, and has used me as a vessel to bring forth this information, to shine my light on the world while it's here. All I can say is benefit from it, because I won't always be here. Neither will other people that's trying to shine their light. But don't let ego and pride destroy our progress. We have to get to a place where we respect other people's, what they're trying to do, what they're attempting to do to make our world a better place. And I'm not just speaking to black people. I want to say it to all people. We need to make the world a better place. And that's going to happen through consciousness. That's going to happen through mindfulness. That's going to happen by doing the work. That's going to happen by being realistic and wading in the water, and stop using control tactics to make people think a certain way and stay stuck in these damn boxes that's not serving nobody but your... Oh, Lord. That's not serving nothing but your damn agenda. You got to think about the humanity. And honestly, some people don't know what to do. But like I said, all I can do is bring forth some of the solutions that I have, and listen to some of the solutions that you have, and that we all have, and we have to come to a conscious collective solution, or a way to work together. And that's it. And I said this because I'm not going to tolerate people undermining me, not on their platforms and not on mine. And if it's a problem, unfollow works. But you're not going to stop my motion. Only God can do that. Okay, so that's it. And that's all I have to say on that. I love all of the people. You know, I love you guys, the ones that, you know, resonate with the message. I love the ones that don't. You know, but I am in 11th house in Pluto. And that means that I'm here just for that. I was rejected, and not just me. Most of the people that are in my group, the people that's in my group offline and a few online, we all have that same placement of 8th house, which is Scorpio, or Pluto in the 11th house, which is Aquarius. So we're here to do something. And honestly, we may not be for everybody, but that's okay. That's okay, but I'm not going to allow anybody to stop the soul jets from soul jetting. You get what I'm saying? Because there's people here that do benefit. There's people here that are healing and are going through this whole journey. You know, we elevating together. I'm starting a group offline, which is going to be on WhatsApp. And this is for the people that I'm building with on some other things. Because everything that I have is not for the public. It's really not. Soljetism is about the serious. And I do teach, not just on the light, love and light stuff. There's other things as well that I teach on. Protection rights and things that's more for the initiated. You understand what I'm saying? So certain things that are just things that we all can benefit from, everybody can benefit from. I'm about to plan a retreat. You know, that's going to be for next year. But I'm putting all of those things in motion so that we can literally do this work together and move forward. Not everybody. Y'all know who I'm talking to. You get what I'm saying? And for everybody else, though, I give thanks for you guys listening, whether you agree or don't agree. But I will say this. You know, we need to stop finding things to divide ourselves just to be right. You get what I'm saying? And not even just divide ourselves, but going against and disrespecting other people. Because I see that a lot. And I welcome people to challenge my thinking or challenge what I'm on. You know, I welcome that. I feel pretty damn confident about what I'm saying. Now, if I got a little passionate, hey, I got warrior energy. But I just want to close on this note, because I think I said a lot. I want to close on this note. We have to really, really think about, it's no more, when I said it's no more rain in this cloud, I'm speaking to letting people make me feel bad, or letting you feel bad, or undermining your move, or what you have to do to evolve and bring this world to a new place. The world is changing, and it's going to change one person at a time. You get what I'm saying? The old world has passed away. So it's a good idea right now to begin to really do the work. When I sit here and talk, it's not for you to get the message and forget about it. I come back and reiterate things so that we can put it into practice. And we need to practice that mindfulness. Take a look at our characters and examine where our anger is really about, where it really lies. And if it's about this country and about the white man and all these other things, what are you prepared to do to get a solution that works? And that's what I want to speak to. And if it's about spirituality, are you doing the spiritual work? And if it's about all of it, are you finding the balance? Whatever the case, that's what I'm speaking to. Spiritual application. That's what this is about. And also understanding other people's isms, because everybody not on the same stuff, okay? And that's really all I got to say. Ashe, love, and light. I know this isn't a regular Metaphysical Monday, but I will be coming back. Ishmael, I hope you will join us for the live stream for the anniversary of Metaphysical Monday, because you are invited. And I'm going to have some other people, too, that may want to sit on the panel that has been, like, regulars on the show. Brother Tashaka, you invited, too. And I got Brother Knowledge Born is helping me host it. And, you know, if Brother Keffer's out there, I want to call you on. And I got to get some of the ladies, Nima and Al. I don't know. I can have up to 10 people. So I'm going to, you know, put it out there and see who want to join us. And we'll find something to just build on. And, you know, just celebrating a year of Metaphysical Monday. I would really greatly appreciate that. And if anybody got anything else they want to say, add, ask, yell, scream, go ahead. I'm going to chill a minute and cool down. Cool down. I said we would end on a meditation vibration, so yeah. Let's do just that. I can't see the comments and stuff because this live is moving real slow, so I just thank everybody that tapped in. I know it was a lot of fire. I've seen the people going in and going out. It's all good. But the next live, we're going to go back into some more metaphysics. We're going to continue to practice mindfulness because I want to see everybody that's building with Nu Soljet Community, I want to see results. I want you to tell me how good you're doing. Like when Nathan Hawkins was on here for Tarot Talk Thursday, shout out to Nathan Hawkins, and he was like, you too, Queen. Have a blessed night. And also, you know, that's a whole nother beast, but I'm speaking to all of us, everybody. So I hope you got something from this too. Sister Andrea, I thank you for joining us as an Aquarius, bringing in the Aquarian vibration of a new mindset. And don't be afraid, people, to, you know, don't be afraid to embrace new things. That's the only way we can change. I mean, aren't y'all tired of what we've been dealing with as a people? I'm still trying to learn and grow too. I kind of missed my thought on what I was about to say, but we're going to go ahead and just get back into, you know, we're going to keep practicing mindfulness because I want people, I remember, to actually evolve. If, you know, if I'm your teacher, especially when I'm doing my classes, I haven't had time to really just put out my curriculum because I'm doing some new stuff. I had to evolve as well. I had to revolutionize my way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I can say what I'm saying, because I'm steadily moving in it. I'm not perfect by no means, and y'all know that. Ishmael, you done seen me through ups and downs, but I'm constantly moving through, and that's what we have to do is, as humans. Sometimes our individual needs get neglected, especially going into the age of Aquarius, and that's why I'm telling our people that it's very, very important that we get our minds right, we get our heart right, we get our soul right, so that we can be able to move through this new energy. Because if we don't care about ourselves enough to get our mental, spiritual, and emotional and physical well-being together, nobody else is going to care. And in the age of Aquarius, it's about humanity. So guess what? There's people who individual needs get overlooked when it's all about the majority. You get what I'm saying? So that's great in some ways, but it's not great for those who have individual pain that's being overlooked. Even in the in our government systems, like with welfare and stuff like that, there's so many people suffering from mental illness, and even the psychiatrists that they got on deck don't speak to the black person. And I know this firsthand from, you know, on both sides of it. They don't speak to us. They don't speak, not just black people. They don't even speak to other, to Latinas either. They all have an American mindset. They don't speak to Indians. They ain't speaking to nobody but a certain rigid set of ways of thinking. And that don't work for everybody. So we have to take accountability and understand what's really needed in order for us to evolve in our mindset, in order for us to grow. And again, I'm going to leave it there because I said a lot. Everybody have a blessed night. And if I offended anybody, I apologize. But I'm not going to go back on what I feel and what I stand on. You get what I'm saying? All I can do is say, you know, I wish everybody the best on their journeys. I really do. And for those that continue to grow and build and heal and chill with me, cool. For those that grow, build, and chill elsewhere, great. And for those who just turned all the way off by it, that's fine too. You get what I'm saying? But we got to stand on something. You know, we got to stand on our principles, and that's what I'm doing. So anyway, Ashe, love and light. God bless. God is blessed. Yeah, all of that. All praises. Anyway, peace.